Welcome to Wise Valley, where your journey to self-discovery and empowerment begins. Here, we dive into the transformative world of personal development, sharing powerful insights and actionable strategies that will inspire you to unlock your true potential. Whether you're seeking motivation, practical advice, or a fresh perspective, you've found your tribe. Hit that subscribe button and join our vibrant community, and let's embark on this incredible journey of growth and transformation together. Your best self is waiting. Let's find it. You've probably been there. At the start of a new goal, a new project, or even a fitness journey, everything feels exciting. You're full of energy, enthusiasm, and drive. But somewhere along the way, that initial spark fades. The passion you once had starts to dim, and suddenly, the task feels overwhelming. Progress feels slow, results aren't showing up fast enough, and the motivation that once came naturally is nowhere to be found. It feels like you've hit a wall. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. In fact, it's something that happens to almost everyone. The question is, how can you turn this around and get that motivation back? Today, we're going to dive into why motivation fades over time and explore how you can overcome this challenge. Whether it's pursuing a career goal, trying to get fit, or completing a long-term project, the problem of losing motivation is common, and it can be discouraging. But don't worry, understanding why motivation dips and how to tackle it will give you the tools you need to stay on track and achieve your goals. Motivation is a complex thing. It's not just about willpower or determination. There are deeper emotional, psychological, and even environmental factors that affect how motivated we feel on any given day. The good news? These factors are not set in stone. By understanding them, you can take action to rebuild your motivation no matter where you are in your journey. Let's break down some of the most common reasons motivation fades over time. First, lack of immediate results. The excitement of starting something new often comes with high expectations, but here's the thing, results take time. Whether you're trying to lose weight, learn a new skill, or start a business, success is rarely immediate. This delay in results can lead to frustration and doubt. Take the example of someone starting a fitness routine. The first week is full of energy, but by the third or fourth week they haven't lost as much weight or seen as much progress as they hoped. This can lead to a loss of motivation. When results don't come quickly, it's easy to question whether the effort is even worth it. Next, emotional and mental fatigue. Progress doesn't always happen in a straight line. There will be days when things go wrong, when obstacles get in the way, or when you simply feel burnt out. Emotional exhaustion, dealing with failure, stress, or frustration, can drain your motivation. When you feel mentally and emotionally tired, it becomes harder to stay focused on your goal. For example, if you're working on a project but keep hitting roadblocks, it can feel like you're spinning your wheels. This leads to burnout, where the thought of continuing just feels too much to handle. Then, psychological setbacks. This one is a biggie. Our brains are wired to avoid discomfort and seek instant gratification. If a task feels too difficult or boring, we're more likely to procrastinate or lose interest. When faced with a challenge, it's easy to slip into negative thought patterns, thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "this is too hard." These self-doubts can make it hard to keep pushing forward. For example, let's say you've been working on a long-term career goal, like writing a book. The process seems overwhelming. The blank page stares back at you, and you start thinking, who am I to write a book? This kind of mental barrier can make it incredibly hard to keep working toward the goal. Finally, environmental factors. Your surroundings can play a huge role in how motivated you feel. If you're constantly surrounded by distractions, negative influences, or an environment that doesn't support your goals, it's easy to lose track of your intentions. For example, if you're trying to build a business but are constantly distracted by social media, your phone, or a noisy environment, staying motivated becomes a much bigger challenge. The same goes for physical environments. Trying to work on a goal in a chaotic or cluttered space can lead to feelings of overwhelm. The environment that once seemed neutral now feels like an obstacle in itself. When motivation fades, it's tempting to give up entirely. But before you walk away from your goals, let's consider what's at stake. By losing motivation, you risk giving up on the things that matter to you. You might miss out on growth, progress, and ultimately, the sense of accomplishment that comes with achieving something meaningful. Think about it. How many times have you started something only to abandon it halfway through? Whether it's a fitness goal, a creative project, or a personal habit you wanted to build, quitting before completion means you never get to experience the payoff of your hard work. The fear of failure can also build up, creating a cycle of avoidance. But here's the thing. Motivation is not all or nothing. It's about finding ways to keep moving forward, even when the progress feels slow or when setbacks occur. It's about building resilience. Let's now explore how you can get back on track and rebuild your motivation. The good news is that the power is in your hands. With the right strategies, you can reignite your drive and finish what you've started. Let's break it down. First, break down your goals into smaller, achievable milestones. One of the most effective ways to combat the loss of motivation is by breaking your larger goal into smaller, manageable pieces. Instead of focusing on the big picture, which can often feel overwhelming, zoom in on the next step. This makes the task at hand seem more achievable and less daunting. Let's say your goal is to write a novel. Instead of thinking about writing 300 pages, focus on writing 500 words a day. Over time, these small, daily victories will build momentum, and before you know it, you've made substantial progress. The key is consistency, not perfection. Real-life example. Consider Stephen King, who wrote Carrie on a typewriter in a small laundry room. He didn't think about becoming a best-selling author. He simply focused on writing 1,000 words a day, making progress day by day until his first book was completed. Next, focus on the process, not just the outcome. The desire for instant results can make us lose sight of the journey itself, but true motivation comes from enjoying the process, not just the end result. Shifting your focus to the small daily habits that lead to your goal can keep you going, even when results are slow. For example, if your goal is to get fit, focus on the positive feelings that come with working out, like the energy boost, the sense of accomplishment, and the fact that you're improving your health. These are the rewards that keep you motivated during the tough times. Real-life example. Thomas Edison famously said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." His motivation was driven not by an immediate breakthrough but by the small, continuous efforts that eventually led to his inventions. Then create a routine and stick to it. Routines help you remove decision fatigue. The more you can make your desired behavior automatic, the less motivation you need to summon. Create a schedule where your goal becomes a regular part of your day. When you don't have to think twice about it, the effort becomes less taxing. For instance, if you're building a business, set aside a certain amount of time each day to work on it. Even if you're not feeling motivated, you can push through because it's part of your routine. Over time, the routine itself becomes its own motivator. Also, change your environment. Your environment can either support your goals or sabotage them. If distractions or negative energy are creeping in, make changes. A clutter-free workspace, fewer digital distractions, or a more supportive social circle can make a significant difference in how motivated you feel. Real-life example, Oprah Winfrey has a vision board in her workspace to keep her focused on her long-term goals. She surrounds herself with things that inspire her. When you're in an environment that aligns with your goals, motivation becomes more natural. Another strategy is to use accountability to keep you on track. Accountability is one of the strongest motivators. When you share your goals with someone else, the pressure to follow through increases. Find a friend, mentor, or online community to keep you accountable. This external push can make all the difference in staying on track. Real-life example, Weight Watchers, for example, was built on the principle of accountability. People who check in regularly with a group or a mentor have a much higher success rate in reaching their weight loss goals. Lastly, reconnect with your why. When motivation starts to dip, it's essential to revisit the reason you started in the first place. Ask yourself, why did I set this goal? What am I trying to achieve and how will it make me feel when I do? Reconnecting with your deeper purpose can help you push through moments of doubt. Real-life example. For someone training for a marathon, remembering the reason you want to run, a sense of personal achievement, better health, or to honor a loved one, can reignite your motivation during difficult moments. Now that you have these tools in your toolkit, it's time to take action. Motivation doesn't come automatically, but it can be cultivated. The key is to break things down, focus on the process, build routines, change your environment, and stay accountable. Most importantly, remember your why, and let that drive you forward. If you've been struggling with motivation, don't beat yourself up. Just take the next step, and you'll find that the energy to continue will follow. So get back on track and let's make this journey a success. If you found these strategies helpful, Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on overcoming obstacles and staying motivated. Share this video with anyone you think could benefit from a motivational boost, and leave a comment telling me how you stay motivated in the face of challenges. Keep going. You've got this.